And
character Donald Margolis.
Yeah. I'm enjoying Soul. Better Call Saul. But Jonathan Banks, and he's the one that makes those for me. I mean, Breaking Bad was great, but Jonathan Banks' character was fantastic. I liked him as an actor. The first time I ever saw him as an actor was on a TV show called Wise Guy, which is fantastic. He was great in it. He played a handler of this agent. And yeah.
Oh, there we go, yeah. 82 to 86, and then 89 to 1990, Days of Our Lives as Eugene Bradford.
Yeah, Eugene. Frozen. Have we all frozen? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Frozen.
Elsa's back.
Having a moment. I think I guess me is. Actually, that's not so bad. But it's always funny when you get voice actors that don't have much range, like their voice is just their voice. And you look at other ones where it's like, oh, here's all the characters voiced by this person, and it's just like, they don't sound like the same people, even though it is.
Yeah, Mark Hamill is impressive in that regard. So many characters I did not know he voiced as well.
Yeah, he's really good. He's very good impersonating people too. Does a very good Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Also did the Jester in the Flash TV series, didn't he? I mean, the Flash Cone, one of the two.
It's amazing how you put more potatoes down for a potato field than you do with sugar beet. But you get a crap load of sugar beet off a field, like you do with potatoes.
Yeah. It's all starch, sugar beet's all sweetness.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I know, you put one potato down into the ground, you end up with about 6. With sugar beet, you put one in the ground, you end up with 1. I don't know. Actually, I wouldn't have a clue with sugar beet.
Yay! 80% my way through contract blocking this field.
It's threatening to rain, but it ain't raining, eh? But thank goodness, though, we've got the cloud cover. It's been cold. Cold. The other night was 5 degrees. The night before that was 3 degrees.
Yeah, hard pass, thanks. Well, it was weird, because I think like Monday, Tuesday, the weather was actually quite reasonable, and then Thursday we had just light rainfall for the entire day, maxed out at like 17 degrees, and everyone else was rugged up, and I was just like, yeah, I got 2 layers of shirts on.
Yeah,
couldn't put my fingers through the gloves on.
Monday through Wednesday we had steaming hot 26 degrees here. I was dying of heat stroke.
Hot. That's pleasant.
For you, maybe. For a cold-blooded northerner like me, that's hot.
And how much?
26 degrees.
26.
Oh, that's mild to me.
No. Anything above 20 is warm. Anything above 25 is hot.
You haven't seen it. You haven't been to a Shire then, have you?
Level
that
is between
dog won't
10
shut
and
up.
15 degrees.
Anything above 35 is hot for us.
Anything above 15 is shorts weather, dude.
Anything below 26 is long pants weather.
Exactly. What page is it?
And anything above 30 is, yeah, I don't move.
Yeah, for me that kicks in about 40 degrees, so 42 I can tolerate, but I'll be like
Yeah, that's alright.
dragging my heels around. I think the hottest I've experienced was 47, and I was just like, I'm just going to sit here and sweat.
Yeah,
Total brain shutdown.
Experience is probably about 43 or 44, something like that.
Yeah, 40 I think is my highest. Oh, 42. 42.
But that's for a solid
30
week.
37 is, I think, the highest I ever had.
And that 42 was absolutely lovely. I loved it.
And I was
I
getting-
really did.
You weren't in a sauna by any chance, were you, JJ?
No, I was in top of the South Island down in Nelson, where it's all year round sunshine. And it got up to 42 that day, but it was just pure heat, which apparently I'm fine with. I don't feel hot. Even at that temperature, I didn't feel hot, but it was pretty much like that. It was high 30s for 38 to, around there, 38, 39, 37, 36, somewhere around there. Then had a couple of days that were in the 40s and 42. And I was down there for a week or so, and then I'd get back into, as soon as I drove back into Auckland, I knew straight away it was 22 degrees in Auckland, and it was unbearable because of the humidity. My eyes just dropped. I just felt terrible straight away. I just really can't deal with the humidity. But dry heat, it doesn't matter what the temperature is, it doesn't feel hot to me on a dry heat. Which is funny considering I come from an Irish background.
Yeah, it's like my hometown, which is closer to the, well closer to the equator. I always said being up there is like sitting in an oven. It's just a nice dry warmth, so everything's just all-encompassing warmth. You come down here, it's like being in a microwave. You just feel like you're being irradiated.
Yes.
But the thing is down there, it's like really green. The further south you go in this country, the greener it gets, the more beautiful it gets. The water, like rivers, you can just see right through them. Lakes, you can see right through them. The water's really clear and everything like that. So you think when you get to Nelson, which is a great wine place, Nelson and Napier and Hastings, they're all the same. They have a lot of sunshine all year round. You think it'll be really brown in that, and there's a place called Blenheim which I try and avoid that is brown, but Nelson on the other hand is green, lush and everything like that, and you wonder why, considering they have a lot more summer than sunshine than Blenheim does. But every night we were there, without fail, during the summertime we were there for 2 weeks, we had the beautiful blue sky hot days. At night it would rain every night, and then when you woke up in the morning the rain was gone and you had a beautiful day.
But of course it gets greener the more you go southeast compared to northwest. That happens when you travel from Mordor to the Shire.
Well, the Shire was actually further north. A lot further north.
Don't you dare confront my fantasy with facts.
Too bad.
Shame on you.
Hey, don't blame me. I wasn't the one that filmed it. I wasn't the one who decided let's all do it in the worst looking parts of this country. Instead of the sheer brilliance of whoever the director was. It Ron Howard actually? Ron Howard might have been the director of Willow. He decided to go to the nicest bits of the country and film that when they were here filming. I watched that movie. No, I watched someone react to that movie the other day. God, it was good watching that again. Bit of nostalgia. Always loved that movie.
Is it really one of those horror movies?
No, it's like Lord of the Rings. It's really good. It's got, you know, Warwick Davis.
Ah, yes, him I know.
Yeah, he's the lead in it because it's all around him and his family and stuff. It's good. It's got Val Kilmer in it as well. It's a really good movie. It's like fantasy. And,
Batman and Professor Flitwick, that's hilarious.
Aye.
Batman and Professor Flitwick in one movie, that's hilarious.
To see they got him back for Top Gear, the next Top Gear.
They're making another one? Why?
The second one, yeah, they're making the second one.
The second one, isn't that already out?
No, I didn't think it was. I thought it's yet to be released.
I'm pretty sure the Top Gun movie is already out, right?
Don't know. Just shows that I don't go to the movies.
Because I'm pretty sure I've seen German trailers for that, so...
Well, you get the trailers before they come out these days.
Yeah, but German ones? Already dubbed? So, that's what I mean.
Yeah, well, it might be ready. They still have to dub it before they release it. They can't just, you know, they don't have like in Hercules Returns where they just have 3 people up in the booth doing the voiceovers as it's running through. And if nobody's ever seen that movie Hercules Returns, watch it. That is hilarious.
+1, good movie.
Hercules.
It's an Australian movie, by the way, but it's hilarious. Well, it would be. Yeah, it's a good movie. Haven't seen it in years though, but still.
Missed quite a few bits there, Patrio.
I'll get it in the edit.
Let's just hope you didn't miss too much for the field, for the contract to finish.
I see the stuff on the visible crop is one thing, but I noticed there's a couple of lines where it's taken the crop off, but it's still left the dirt unchanged. That's the ones I'm worried about. Swapping between GPS and helper, so the alignment's thrown out a couple of times.
Yeah, it's weird that I've got my like the Southern Alps or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called, that one. Not Hot Ballon, was it? Ellengrat.
Yeah.
I've got a field there, and which I've joined 3 of them up. There's one big field, and I plant out on it. And for some reason, there's 2 bits on that field I cannot plant on, even though it's been ploughed and everything like that. Won't take fertiliser, won't take anything.
Okay.
It's the sort of thing I had with the seasons mod in 17 and 19 because you had failed germination, and that's sort of how it reacts. And that's what it reminds me of, but the in-game season for this one doesn't have that feature with it.
Must be the fact that it's not like it's a random location, it'll be the same spot every time.
Yeah, it is the same spot, yeah. Unlike the other one where it was random.
That is indeed weird.
What's also weird is I'm looking here in the background and there's like fields here, but I don't think there's actual fields there on the map, is there?
What are you talking about?
No, it's
Where
not.
the top fields near Patrio's two
No,
fields.
no, right of 11 on the other side of the creek where there's no fields. But it's all, it is dirt on the map though. It looks like fields, but there's not numbered.
Yeah, those ones
Oh, yeah.
near Patrio's two fields.
Yeah, between the two. It's NPC fields, so it's also where the corn maze is.
There's no numbers on the fields.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's a,
No, 'cause
It's a
they're all
non-field.
classed as one field.
They are just plowed areas.
Well, they need to be plowed.
Like you can technically plant on them.
Yes, you can.
So, I can feel my stomach starting to hurt.
Damn.
Been an hour.
Damn, if this becomes a regular thing, I'm gonna have to stop the trucking sims on this, because it's always with the wheel.
I wonder if it's something funky, like just the angle or something silly.
Yeah. I've tried all sorts of. I've even lowered the chair, but I mean it was only farming sim for the most part, and then this week it was during ETS. So yesterday I tried all sorts of different stuff to try and stop it, and I managed to get through not a problem. So, and my theory, it's a pinched nerve irritating me, my stomach, because my back gets sore as well.
That must be connected then to the where you are sitting, right? While using the wheel.
Well, no,
Otherwise you would
because
have-
with the wheel, what I've always had with Farming Simulator, because I have the keyboard on the left of the steering wheel, and I have the shifter on the right, where it's the opposite with the trucking sims. And what I used to get all the time was a migraine playing Farming Sim, because I use my left arm all the time. So, which is one thing when I know I'm about to get a sore stomach, is my left hip gets sore, and from the hip to the bottom of my rib cage, it gets really tight there.
Okay.
So it's all on that side, and I think it's because my posture these days, and I'm pitching a nerve. So when I'm driving in the trucking sim, because the shifter's on the left, the keyboard's on the right, I use my right arm more, and I never got migraines with it. And it wasn't like a headache migraine, it was just a niggly thing, but blurred vision and feeling sick and stuff like that. So, but I mean, it stopped for a long time, so I don't know why it's doing it. My concern, I mean, it's bad enough to do it and end up with a stomachache, because they are really painful, but it's the consistency of it now that concerns me. And especially with farming, I suppose with Farming Sim I could use the keyboard, go back to using the keyboard, or rather not, but the trucking sim, no way do I ever want to go back to a keyboard on that. And I don't want to end up cancelling those two. And my other worry is if I'm wrong and it starts happening in the Dyson sphere and I can't get through a stream, then I've done all this for nothing. Because I'm going to have to give up streaming.
That suck.
I mean, the only thing I suggest is it's been an hour. Get up and do a bit of stretching.
That might
Well,
help.
well, I do, but the problem is once it's like that, there's, because of my back, even if I try and touch my back, it'll bring up the pain in my stomach. It's like there's a nerve being pushed again, or crushed or something in my back. So, and I've always had a thing with my left hip for years, and yeah, even when I go for walks before we start streaming, and yeah, the saw and I stretch before I start streaming as well. Been doing that for a long time. The only difference
Maybe
is,
you-
I suppose,
maybe
I've
you
started
eat it.
walking.
Maybe you have to do some hot yoga. But yeah, that sounds really shite.
It's just not annoying, man. And the pain, I'm over the pain. It was bad enough I got it once in a blue moon, but at least it was just once in a blue moon, but now it's consistent, you know?
Yeah, to me that sounds like you need a competent doctor to check you over.
Well, I've had all sorts of doctors to check me over, mate. I spent 9 days in hospital and they couldn't figure out what was causing it.
That's yeah, but were they recreating the situation where you got it? Probably not, huh?
Well, no, because you can't recreate a situation you don't know what causes something, can you? You need to know what causes it to recreate it.
Well, yeah, but you always get it while using the wheel.
No,
Like
not
playing this-
recently. The stomach aches I've always had all my life, but they could turn up at any stage.
Okay, that
I've only had the wheel recently in recent years, and it hasn't. It's just recently now that it seems to be when I've been farming sim and trucking sim, and it kicks in around, roughly around the same time. So
yeah, but it comes through earlier and earlier, right? Because last time you made it through like 3 hours, so it's getting worse.
No, it kicks off a bit earlier than that, but it really kicks in after I go and have a coffee, because coffee will kick it off. Coffee does kick it off. It always has. Normally it used to be
And
at
when you
night.
stop drinking coffee? I mean, have you ever thought about that? If coffee kicks it off, then stop drinking coffee, goddammit.
Well, I thought about
That's-
that, but if it was coffee that was the real kicker, I'll be having it every single day after every coffee. But it's just the afternoon. It's if I'm drinking coffee, it makes it worse. That's all. At the time, if I've got a stomach ache and it starts off, and then I'm having a coffee, or I'm having a coffee when it starts off, and I take a sip of coffee, that's what makes it worse. So I don't drink the coffee, but it's not every time I have a coffee.
So it's
How many coffees do you have in a day?
I have one in the morning when I get up. Then I have one at 11, which is a cappuccino, so that's got milk with it. Then I have one for lunch, which is roughly 1 o'clock. Then I have one at 3:30. Then I have one after dinner. Then I have one at 8 o'clock, and that's it.
yeah, that's a bit too much, dude.
Yeah, it's a bit too much. It's a weekly too much.
Maybe you should stop drinking coffee after lunch.
That's a
Yes.
lot more than a lot less than I used to have. A lot
Yes.
less.
But
Still.
I think your stomach is trying to tell you something, that you drinking more and more coffee, well, as is right now, is starting to give you a tummy ache. Even if it doesn't, it will still come back.
Yeah, but like I said,
I
it
mean,
doesn't happen every day.
Yes, yeah, but yeah.
It happens when I'm
But,
I'm using the wheel.
Would you switch to tea for the afternoon?
No, I can't stand tea anymore. I used to drink it all the time as a kid, but I just can't stand the taste anymore.
See, with me, I used to drink coffee on the daily, but now when I drink coffee, and I don't for one day for some reason I get super hardcore withdrawal symptoms like
Headaches.
migraines, the cold shakes.
Yep, I get that as
and,
well.
That's why I just stopped completely with the coffee. I drink tea instead. Even I mean, good. I have tea my mom mixes for me, so it actually tastes good. You know, but
Yep. I mean, I do it to speed my metabolism up. That's why I drink the coffee.
yeah, I mean, it's the I don't know. If it's the caffeine, maybe try decaf. That's
Yeah.
Well, I drink
I
it
don't
to
know.
be awake because I'm tired all the time. So that sort of ruins that.
Maybe
yeah.
you
So
I still
yeah,
think
then
I still think it's a pinched nerve irritating my stomach. That's what I think it is, and I think it's because the stretching over to the keyboard using my left arm all the time. There's a nerve being pinched on that side. That's what I think it is. Because when I went to the chiropractor, I never once had the stomach
maybe,
aches
but I
years
mean,
ago.
if nobody can find out what it is, you should maybe experiment. Try not drinking coffee for a week, if that helps.
Well, I mean, I
'Cause,
would, but what I'm saying is, to me, if it was the coffee, I have the same amount of coffee every single day. It doesn't happen every single day. The only common denominator is the wheel.
Yeah, but it used to be only Farming Simulator. Now it's Farming Simulator and Trucking Simulator.
Well, yeah, it was Farming Simulator though too.
So it's widening out. It's only a matter of time until you, like you said, you can't stream anymore because it's every stream.
Yeah, but I don't know that at the moment because the only two things that have caused it is where I'm using the wheel.
Yeah.
I have
Then
no
try-
problems getting through Dyson's Fair program at all, or even
Yeah, then
playing
you-
games at night or in the morning. Fine.
Then how about trying to eliminate one of the two things for a week? Don't drink any coffee on days you do trucking and farming sim, and see if it changes anything. If it doesn't, then that's not it. You have to experiment, dude. Not doing anything is not. It's
complaining
not.
about it. It's
Well,
just
your
making...
voice is
a
coming
choice.
through my microphone.
What?
My voice is coming through your microphone.
Yeah, it's picking it up through my headset. That's weird.
That's hilarious.
I've never had that before.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, I'm ready to sleep.
So, well, I have to drive back to the farm first. So that's a no for. Yeah, let's. He's almost finished, the poor boy.
I mean, I would give him a hand with my implement, but he's almost done anyway. So
Sorry, who's ready to
and
sleep?
you have a shallow implement, so that messes things up. Remember?
not really.
I still haven't answered my question.
Yeah, I'm ready to sleep. I did.
Okay,
And so
I didn't hear it. There was noise coming everywhere. Everyone talking. So DJ's ready to sleep?
I already said no.
No, okay. And I'm guessing Patrio's a no because I can see him. What else can I do while I'm waiting?
I can't do much.
Oh, yeah, neither can I. Okay.
I only need enough time to get back to the farm, repair and refill and put away. So in a minute or two, I'll be fine.
Right, this silo of mine, this familiar silo of mine, used to go up to the spanner icon and click R and it'll open up the menu. Now it turns the light on.
Okay. That doesn't seem very helpful.
I've got 105,000 litres of silage. Have I got any contracts
Nice.
I can use it? Fabric, potatoes, corn, strawberries. Oh, we've got contracts. Hello.
Or fertilizing too.
Oh yeah, probably off the fields I just finished.
No, not that one. This one. I've changed my mind. I'm not ready to sleep.
Weird how that works out.
So field 29, field 60. 60's at probably the bottom there. Field 29 would be somewhere on the map.
Yeah.
Field 29 is right above is near the spinnery, right above the highway.
Yeah, I've got it. Thank
And
you.
62 is across from
60.
DJ's plot.
60.
I got Yeah, he's
Yeah,
60 is
same area.
Yeah.
same area. Because I got 62. Just right here in front of me.
I think my tractor might need a wash. I'm not quite sure, but I just got this feeling.
Maybe don't.
Well, then you shouldn't fight that feeling any longer.
I don't think that's the natural colour I ordered this with.
Here we can see the Claus tractor
Oh,
in its
no.
natural habitat.
Yeah. You can see it because I'm on the road, but as soon as I get on the field, you ain't going to see it. Now, we added some mods, by the way, viewers. Stevie had some updates. I think all of them are updates. There wasn't anything new. And there was a vehicle inspector. Ah, yes, vehicle inspector had an update as well. Courseplay didn't it? Well, it did. It had one the day after we last streamed, but it doesn't seem like a major update enough to warrant me to download it and update it on the server. So yeah, apart from that, nothing else. Oh, there was there one I added off the mod hub? No, there was an update on the one of the mod hub ones. Which one was that?
The honey pallet placement.
Yeah, honey
that
spawner thing. Probably going with the limit thing that the Giants have put on, and yet we've got a mod that gets rid of that. So, also notice that Archie Mobile, or whatever his name is,
Make sure the implement is on, JJ.
the gentleman who did does the pallet autoload script, he is an underground pallet supply. Hang on, why are you going that angle? That's interesting. He does an underground pallet warehouse thing. It's a real good thing, actually. Really like it. He's done an update for that, so I'm thinking all the updates for the pallet changes by Giants have come in. The unnecessary pallet change, because I didn't ever have an issue with the amount of pallets around. So why they changed the limit, I have no idea.
And my brain goes, underground pallet warehouse. It's like a speakeasy for loading goods.
Yeah.
Don't tell the police.
It takes everything bales on every single pallet type. So you just load it in and it disappears, and then obviously, and then you go in and then choose which one you want delivered.
Holy crap.
What's up?
I just got the mother of all planting contracts.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, field 68. Sugar beet for 22 grand.
Son of a gun.
Cool. See you next stream.
Nah, dude, I have the Stevie planter, so it's not gonna take that long.
See you at the beginning of next stream.
Yeah, probably.
Still trying to figure out what land I'm going to buy first.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out too. But the other problem is I gotta get money for it.
Yeah, the one I was originally wanted to go for is highly, highly expensive, so it's a matter of biting the bullet. Though it's got to be bought by somebody, I suppose. Depends how quickly I make the money.
Investment.
Put in one. Highly expensive. Yeah, field 71.
I mean, it's not a lost investment, is it? It's not like you lose money. Not yet. The next one it might be. The next map. When I add that mod.
Oh yeah, that's gonna make stuff interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. For those in
How many
chat
fields?
wondering, there'll be a mod added and when we move to a new field and start this competition. I've got a mod which is on the mod hub. It changes the price of the field. Sometimes it can be more expensive, sometimes it can be less expensive than the original price. It fluctuates.